What's up, everybody? My name's Mango, and welcome back to my very first D&D retelling story. Um, this video basically is takes place just after part one, obviously. But so yeah, in this story, in this part of the story, we're about to collect our gold from our previous mission in our last episode. So so I believe there are three main groups, which was Liv, Gaz, and Merrick. Decided to stay in the inn, the east side, and me and Onsen, the snake, snake race. Basically, apparently they say that we were the most trustworthy to get the gold from the mission at the Blue Clam, which, to be honest, a snake and a bird person does not seem like the most trustiest group, I guess you could say, for the people to get the gold. So we managed to go there and go to the office. Go to the office of Matthews, and apparently get the gold, which was 15 gold. So massive. We got a big load. So I believe now we're gonna try to look around for more jobs. And so far in this journey, we had two options. Which, hang on a sec, if I can find out where I saved the photo. So we either had to go to Lonely Woods or Targos, which I believe in the Lost. I don't know what happened in Targos, but like I think there's some like I think there's a ritual that's also going to be happening at like in 2 days' time. So, oh yeah, forgot to mention, probably by now it's the sun is like noon, so it's like around that time. And also we did manage to get I think we're still working on to get the kobolds working on like some towns somewhere, find a job basically. So I think we had a discussion of like me and Onsen to decide what job we should go to. And I think later on we found out just before we were discussing, two of our other members decided to tag along with us, which was Merrick and Liv. They decided not to hang around and want to help us. So, so Gaz the Goblin decided to chill in the hotel, basically chilling at the hotel, basically in getting probably room service or something. Anyway, so we all decided as a group to decide to go to Lonely Woods, which at that mission there, quest there, decided to go. Well, I think at the time we were discussing where to go exactly. We're trying to figure out like, because I think Lonely Woods was a 2-hour hike, and I think the Targos was like 4-6 hours, something like that hike, which is a long hike. So we decided to go there to Lonely Woods, and the mission there we decided to go was a giant moose was trying to attack, was talking the locals there. So we decided to help. I think we decided to go out and try to hunt this creature down. So we head there, and this little village, a bunch of like people, lumber workers and stuff. But I think there's a ritual that happens in 2 days' time. There's going to be a new moon, which around that time, at that time period, there's a ritual. Depending on where you live in Icewind Dale, there's a ritual like something like that to. Hang on a second, I'm trying to figure out the map. Oh yeah. So basically, in this in Icewind Dale, depending on where you live, there's some like rituals and stuff. So in Tamerlane, which is basically, I think in New Moon they have to sacrifice something. So they had Tamerlane decided to sacrifice a like warmth, basically flame, like fire and stuff. So all the fires had to go out throughout the whole night. If you don't, well, basically the locals decide to beat the living crap out of you. Lonely Woods do a little bit different. Lonely Woods decided to scatter it's a fishing village too, so all the meats they had to survive food, live out with throw out the food they collected the whole day. So no food for them. But in Targos, I've heard that group does a blood sacrifice, which most likely would do a sacrifice in the probably outsiders, which is probably us, which we should not do that. So we decided to go to Lonely Woods. That's why. So we head there, and I believe we were supposed to meet a person named let me find the name. It was Huddled. The speaker Miss Huddle, which we try to look around. We looked around in this little town, which I think we decided to discuss some of the locals saying, can we find the speaker? So the speaker lived in like this 2-story house, and we basically head over there and knocked on the door. Sorry, I don't know if that worked or not, but more shot. Anyway, so we decided to knock on the door, and he was like, coming. Comes out, and a halfling, which is a little hobbit, just like our Merrick, came in. An old lady, had some oven mitts, so she was just doing some cookies. Says, oh, yeah, sorry, can I help you? And I said, hi, yes, we're here to look for, we're looking for, Miss, Hoddings? So, yes, oh yeah, that's me, I forgot the first name, Stephanie Elizabeth Hoddings. And I was like, oh, it's nice to meet you. Used two of my claws to, like, shake her hand, but she's old and blind, a little bit blind, so she tried to, like, grab her cheek, but she actually grabbed my beak. And I was like, oh, It's like, oh, pardon me. And, Merrick, freakishly, was happy that it was a halfling, like him. And he decided to call him, I was like, oh, it's lovely to see you, Granny, basically, like, cause it's similar to, his own race. So I was like, oh, it's good to see you too. And then, like, just had all of us come in. And we just sat in the lounge room, basically had a little chats and stuff about, like, talking. So, what is it that you want? So I said to them, we're here for the contracts that happened with the moose. And, the moose basically, oh yes, the moose that's, been terrorizing, like, some of the hunters. Described like what where we can find some of the people, which was in the Lucky Liar, I believe it's called. So, and we find some hunters there. So we had chats, eat some biscuits. I mean I did. So had some chats and decided to head over there. So me and Liv and Merrick decided to go in, but Odson decided to do a, I think it was like a radar check or something like that, try to check out the area. Merrick decided, because he's a rogue, he tried to check around, see if there's anywhere they could steal, but me and Liv decided to go check out, some people who to talk to, see if there's, yeah, so we talked about some people, like, some, like, lumber people, or something. I think it was lumber people that got attacked or something, but, like, I was like, yeah, some group tables, like, yeah, is there anyone who's here to talk about, who witnessed the moose? Some of the people's like, oh, the moose. I wouldn't go even near the thing. And it's like, oh, is there anyone who has witnessed the thing? And he pointed out a big guy that's like pointing. He points at one of the tables. There was a guy that was on his own, which is a I forgot the name of the race, but it's like a humanoid lion. He was one of the survivors that lived. Basically survived the moose. So we went over there, and I just basically put up my claw on the table and said, like, hey, have you witnessed this the moose thing and the moose incident creature? And instantly we put my claw and like, because he's like lying anyway, and like he describes the incident. Yeah, the moose. That's a creature I'd wish to not see again. And he pulls out, he had like, an injury, like I forgot what the stretcher thing? Like basically like two wooden sticks and a bandage to wrapped around. Because he broke his ankle. Or foot, actually. Ankle, leg, whatever, yeah. And described the story, which was him and 4 others, basically like 3 meters of like distance to each other, single-lined, but the moose came out of nowhere and decided to attack each single one, and like he was like running away, and also got attacked by the moose, and I think it broke his leg at the same time. So, and I say, is there anyone else who survived? But like I think some of them were still unconscious or something. So, and I think Liv tried to see if she can like inspect it, or try to see if it's or anything she can do with it. But we hit there, no one. It looked pretty good condition, and there was no like nothing she could do to it. But which I say is like, oh, you looking? What are you trying to do? Trying to hunt this creature down? It's like, yeah, basically. So it's like I think there's like a group of hunters trying to hunt that thing as well. So better keep their distance from them. It's like we'll try. So I guess the best thing we do is we head out of the tavern and head into the woods more and try to track this creature down. And by this time it's like snowing, but it's all blizzarding like last session. So it was. And I believe let me just move it back so you guys can see the map. So I believe at the time we basically had like we went deeper into the woods and we tried to track it down, trying to look around, find some tracks and stuff. I think we went deeper and deeper into the woods. We found, I think Merrick, oh no, we heard like a bunch of like some noises in the distance, but Merrick decided to do a stealthily check out what's going on, and we decided to leave him be, and he found a bear, which I think he tried to go up the tree, trying to look at it, but I realized he hit into the tree that hard, the snow of the tree fell on him and made a noise, and the bear heard it, and what Merrick decided to do was he tried to bury himself in snow so he couldn't hide, so he could be hide. So I think he couldn't find the smell or something and decided to come to us. And holy shoot, that was terrifying. I think at the time because I'm an Aarakocra, and Hunter, I think I was like was on the branches, trying to like go like hunting mode. And then also I think when the bear was coming after us, no, I think Onsen decided to summon his familiar, which is a bat. Which, oh yeah, and I forgot to mention, I think it's not on nighttime. It's a little bit too, but like around afternoon, but it's still nighttime. And I think Liv also gave me and her night vision goggles because everyone else had night vision. We didn't, so mighty useful. I didn't realize what class it was, but I forgot what it was. But I think it was like named up. I think I call it a mechanic basically. Because she basically works with metalworks. I think it's called, her class is called, but still. We basically decided. I think the bat basically like distracted the bear and ran away. Merrick decided to come with us, and I think we tracked down footprints, and we managed to go there forward, and the footprints we found led to a mysterious elven temple tomb. And through the trail, we found some certain like these is it four? Like, 6 sort of like I think we see 4, but these stone statues, but like they look like they've been faded away, the markings of it, and it looked like the statue had like monks looking hoodie characters, but they see elf ears. Sadly, none of us can speak Elvish, and I believe like it's all faded away through snow and time. And more we traveled into the snow. For the snow, the trails are gone, and what left was a moon dial. So we had no idea what the moon dial represents. We went up. Me and Liv decided to go up to the staircase, and I believe we also saw a fire, like a blazer, or like fireplace, basically. So I think we found that, and Liv went there to investigate, but also me, I believe, and also Onsen and I don't know what Merrick went. I think he was with us as well, but we checked this mysterious sarcophagus, near the two trees there. And there's some markings on the thing, which it contained 4 items, which was a stick, a pine cone, a feather, and a humanoid hand. And it had something to do with the fire. So what Onsen decided to do was he grabbed a stick, he grabbed one of my feathers from my back neck. So I was like, ah! So he burned there and he just put it on fire. I think it was above the sarcophagus. And then like what he did was he full on grabbed his hand and put his hand on the fire, like burning his hand. And Liv was like, "What are you doing?" And like he's like trying to do it, and like I think he pulled it out, and the flame turned gray on the sarcophagus, and did like a little ring magic thing, a little one, and it faded away. And like I think me and everyone tried. I think Liv was trying to heal up Onsen's hand, like 3rd degree burn on his like I think it was like his right hand or something like that. We all pushed on the sarcophagus, which we were expecting it to smell rotten, but no, it did not smell rotten. It was pumpkin and spices. Yeah, which was interesting, which left with a undead like elf, which she stood up and started speaking Elvish, which a language that none of us understood. But Onsen learned to try to use his spell, which I think he tries to translate it, but the last bit he could understood was the name, which the name said, "I am." Hang on a sec, I saved it here. Sonara, I believe. So, and then like I think we didn't understand it. It was like, "Oh, you speak common." So and then and she spoke it in common basically, and we all just asked like, what are you? What is this place? And it's like, this is a tomb. This is like a resting place of my elven brethren. And I was like, brethren, which in the map had some 2 other coffins, but we could not open it. And I think during the time Saranov was like explaining what like each place does, like what this moon dial does, and she actually becomes a servant to us. So it's like, I'm a humble servant to you and everything, and I believe we tried to ask like, have you seen a moose come by here? And it was like, no, I have not. And then I think it's like talk about the full moon. Actually, no, I think a full moon, half moon. But I believe it also gives they mentioned a mirror will appear, which we had no idea about, no clue about the mirror. And I thought about like, I think we talk about like they talk about certain because on the moon dial it had certain shapes and stuff, which something will happen here, but except for the new moon, which I mentioned about like is there anything about the new moon, which locals around here also talk to do rituals about the new moon, which she had no idea what the locals, because I didn't even know people lived around here, because she's been asleep for a very long time. And we realized that one of the tombs, there was in the wall there's a massive hole, which was basically like a 10 foot size hole, which we all thought that must be where the moose was. So we flew down there. I mean, I flew down there. Everyone else has climbed down because I had wings, and you know. And I believe we traveled there, and I think in between the half moon and this other moon thing, I'll basically supposed to start calling the other in between, which there was a word that said you can only ask 7 questions to the mirror, which we might come back in a few weeks' time when the next moon happens, so would be useful later on to learn about my my long lost family. So we head in there, in the cave. We found out that there was a bunch of critters like foxes, hares, cubs, bear cubs, and also a moose that looked like he was about to attack us. So, and also I think Liv also enhanced my bow, which my bow gave quite a bit of damage. And also, I forgot to mention, I think because we leveled up in that in sense from the mission, we got to level 2. And in that level I got some new spells and fighting style, which got some new defense and stuff. And also got a new HB, which since I turned from 11 to level 21, I believe, which is mighty useful. I'm slowly becoming more of a tank sort of for the group. So what I did was I grabbed my bow, I shot it, did a natural 20, loved it, and I shot it like I did 7 damage. I shot it. I tried to went for the head, but it actually landed on its like shoulder, I guess you could say. And I believe what was it? Onsen decided to go next, which was I think he does like a I think it was like missile spell or something like that. I can't remember. And then like the next one was Merrick, which he hid and used his short bow to shoot. Liv basically decided to use I think she had a light bow, like a light cross-armed gauntlet thing. Decided to shoot it. I don't know if it did anything. And Sir, what was the name of that elf? The elf servant decided to help us, which was Sanar, which holy shoot, in that session was OP. She punched the moose in the neck, did like a massive damage. I think it was like oh shoot, like 8 damage, which that was a massive. But the moose decided to go attack Sana, hits it with his antlers. I decided to go again with my bow, so I have now 18 arrows. Decided to shoot it again. My bow was a little bit weaker. And I believe Osin decided to do another spell again. And I believe also with Merrick basically did the finishing blow. He grabbed his short bow, shot it, and killed it. He did the finishing blow, which was amazing. And I believe Liv decided to go too, and also I believe I believe the Serena got when he got hit. She got hit. Because she's undead. She took a lot of hits, but like she's still remaining. But I believe she tried to Liv tried to she's a part. I guess I call her mechanic. So we try to like upgrade some mechanic stuff on it, like trying to help repair her. But and also I think someone mentioned I need to learn the spell because I also got some new spells because I do spell casting now a little bit. So I had Cure Wound and Hunter's Mark, which is pretty useful. But I believe they also mentioned I need to in episode I believe next episode, which will be 2 weeks I believe now, because we're gonna be doing we'll be busy doing something else, but DM will be doing something else. But this bit's probably not the important bit. This is gonna what happens to me. I need to go learn something berry. I forgot what it was, which would heal necromancers, undead. Which none of our spells can heal the undead, but we're trying to figure out ways to heal our our new undead servants. So yes, so we managed to kill it. I believe I grabbed my 2 short swords, and also, oh yeah, I forgot to mention, I think when the punch happened, I believe there was a mysterious thing that happened, which was, I think the neck when she punched him was, did this rottening, the neck, which was weird. It was just weird for some reason, because I feel like everything that touches her spreads as well, because she's not alive anymore. She's dead. So what I did was, I think I tried to, like, because we needed the meat to sell it, and try to sell the meat basically to get coins. So I basically cut off like the leather and meat as well, but like of the torso and the legs, and also cut the antlers. I didn't try to cut the head off because that would just infect the rest of the meat. So, and we all carry the meat except for Sana, which we believe if we give her the meat, she'll rot in it, which is not good. So I had 2 antlers hanging on my side, and I believe we tried to disguise Sana, because if we go to Lonely Woods with basically an elven walking corpse, things will be a little bit weird. So I think we made a disguise check and stuff. We managed to get away, but like if people really looked in there, they noticed something weird, creepy. So we go there. I believe we go to the butcher, sell that, and we believe we got I was like, oh, that's a big meat you got. I'm wrong. I believe I know. Wait, is this what music? This is bad deer. I said moose, and basically said, oh, the moose from the incident. I was like, yes, it was. So the big price we got, which was 20 gold. So, which is 5 gold each. So, we basically talked about it, like, yeah, we talked about the meat, and I believe we also went back to the speaker, which is like the huddle, which, oh yeah, I forgot to mention. Shoot, I probably should have mentioned this at the start. But I believe in the start, when we talked to it, I think we did talk about there was actually an inn that closed down, but we're planning on actually buying the inn and basically trying to like clear it up and stuff, and making let Trex basically and his kobolds to move in and work there. We're thinking of moving them in there, which is pretty awesome. And basically once we got there and decided to get the ownership for it, because I think that was also the price, the cost with the mission as well. So once we got there, I believe we came back into the speaker's place and decided to stay there for the night. And so I think some of like the some little children, halfling children, basically were like playing around, and I think because I'm 7 foot, I'm trying to be careful not to squash them. Made some set dinners and stuff, and basically we stayed there for the night. And I guess this is kind of the bit where we kind of end the story here. This is kind of where the session left here. So we're just staying. We stayed there. We're staying at the Miss Huddle's place for the night. And yeah, God, it was actually kind of a fun session. But I believe the next part 3, I think when we get to the next session, we'll be up to level 3. So, and I believe that will be not next week, but the week after, which I'm super excited for. But yeah, well, thank you guys so much for, I guess, listening to the retelling story. If you liked it, guys, please hit the like button down below, subscribe, and notification bell. I'll see you guys in the next one. Alright, people, stay awesome.